Vikings, but so I'm gonna need to make that tech switch into Templar soon. And right now I'm researching Zealot legs, and he's got this hole here with the factory here, and it's really annoying because, especially with his Vikings too, he can sit in this hole. What a lot of Terran players do is sit in this hole with the Vikings, and when they engage around here, and the Vikings, they snipe off the Colossus, and I can't do anything about that. But right now he's probably waiting for his +1 attack upgrade before he attacks into me. He's got enough Vikings that he's comfortable dealing with my Colossus. And right now I have +1 attack, so, and +1 armor about to finish. So he's getting ready, he's coming in. And I know that because I had an observer out there and he killed it. So he's sitting at the watchtower, sitting pretty. And I'm just researching Storm now because I know I need the tech switch. Now right here, this is very critical. He's about to move in and he separates his army like this. And right here, I'm just going to pause the game. I can see this. Right here, I see this. I see his Vikings coming in, but there's no Marines and Marauders with him. So I can see that. And I know he's got a lot of them. So I know he's going to try to... and I can see his army over here on the right side. Now they're separated, and I need to take advantage of that because his Vikings are going to do quick work on my Colossus. So basically, what I'm going to try to do here is move my Stalkers out to the left to deal with the Viking, and move the rest of my army out to the right and engage the Terran army right here in the choke. See if I can land a good few force fields right here at the choke and separate his army. And what he's trying to do when he separates like this is he's trying to pull his Vikings in the back and snipe off the Colossus before the battle even starts. Now, that was a bit of a mistake by him. If his Vikings were actually over here with his army, I'd have a lot harder time to deal with this fight than I should have. But you'll see here, he's trying to snipe in, come in and snipe my Colossus. I'm pulling my Stalkers to the left here. Guardian shields are up. Place a few force fields. And I'm pulling my Colossus over to the right and warping in units to reinforce. And those force fields, and now force fields in the back to try to trap him because I know I've got the fight won. And feedback on all the medevacs because medevacs, that's what's not used very often is feedback on medevacs, and that's a huge game changer. But as you can see, that worked out exactly the way I wanted, and I came out on top on that fight. Now that was a very good push by him, but if, like I said, if he had his Vikings with his army, that would have been a lot harder for me to deal with. So now I've got Storm, I've got some High Templar with my army, and I've made a tech switch because I saw Vikings. And right here, actually, and he's got the gold up, and I know he just got that up because I just saw him pull his SCVs in there. And I know I can't take this fight. I know he's got an army, he's got a planetary. I know I can't take that fight. So what I did was, I don't know if you guys noticed, but he's got the gold. I can't let him mine this. So what I did was I had an Archon. I know it does splash damage, and I targeted his SCVs when they were repairing the planetary to try to kill off as many as I can. And we'll actually just go back a little bit here, and you can see that. And I didn't know I didn't actually know he came in here to the gold. But again, like I said, I know he just got it up because he brought his SCVs in. You can see that his SCVs are just starting to mine, and right there, and because they're separating like that. And I'm a little shocked that he already took the gold, but that's what he's good at, is pressuring and expanding at the same time. And you can see there I took out a real good number of SCVs there, probably about 8 or 10 SCVs, and I pull back. Because I know if he has the gold and I'm taking my third on a normal expansion, I'm going to be behind. And plus, his expansion's already up and running. So I needed to delay his income from the gold and take the third normal expansion. Now, you can see he's saved up a bunch of mules for this gold, and once these mules drop, you drop 4 mules on gold, his income spikes. You can see that he's at over 2,000 income, and I'm sitting at 1,300, and I don't even have my third base up yet. So at this point, I'm a little behind, and this is not good for me. I know he's mining the gold. I've got 2 options. I've got this third coming up here, and I know that's going to balance it out a little bit, but I know over time, probably in the next 5 minutes, he's going to completely dominate me on the economy. So I need to make a move to secure my gold expansion after I secure this third base. And I've got Zealot Charge, I've got Blink, I've got Storm, and building more gateways now. I'm on my third base, so I've built another 4 gateways there. I've got 2, 4, 6, 10 gateways in a Robo Bay. And notice I haven't taken out Colossus out of my unit composition, and that's really important. Some people, they play Colossus, they see Viking, and they completely tech switch into Templar, and they don't build any more Colossus. And you can see I'm trying to take my gold here. I know I need it to catch up. But he's 30 supply ahead, and if he attacked into me right now, he probably would have killed me. But continually warping in units as I can. And again, I keep building Colossus because now I'm in control of unit composition. Essentially, the Terran has to match Vikings to my Colossus, and if I completely stop building Colossus, he's going to completely stop building Vikings. But now that I'm still building Colossus, he's in a dilemma. He's thinking, oh shit, well I gotta keep building Vikings. But he's at a disadvantage because if he builds too many Vikings, they become less effective against my Colossus. If I've got 1 Colossus and got 8 Vikings, it's a waste of army. But if he doesn't build enough Vikings to deal with me, then my Colossus just destroy him, right? So he's on a balancing act, and he needs to build just enough Viking to counter my Colossus. So he needs to constantly know how many Colossus I'm producing. And right now I've only got 2, but he's got 10 Vikings, right? So he's overproduced, and I'm at an advantage. But I've got a lot of Templar ready to storm here. And like I said, I'm trying to take this gold expansion. He's expanded into his 4th base here, and I've got an observer. I had an observer there. I knew what he was doing, but he's good too. He's very smart, right? He saw I went to Templar Tech, so immediately he builds ghosts for EMP, and that's going to be very critical how he uses the ghosts on my Templar in terms of EMP and snipe. Now he's making a move here. He's got a huge army. I saw that, and right there, he couldn't get an EMP off, and my charge zealots killed off a lot of his ghosts. And he's pulling his Vikings to kill my Colossus, but I blinked in to take the Vikings. And right here, I probably should have blinked back, but I wanted to engage him here. I've got Storm. He didn't EMP me, and I've got charge zealots. And right there, he took a lot of damage from the 2 storms there. I've still got a lot of storms, so I'm not afraid. And I'm continually warping in units. I've got 10 gateway and a lot of econ. But in terms of that fight, he probably came out ahead, but he was a little worried. Another storm would have killed off all of his units right there. So he wanted to pull back, make sure he healed back before he engaged again. And I've got more gateways coming up. I've got 4 bases running. He's got 4 bases running. He's got a lot of barracks, sticking to MM play and making sure he's staying on top on the upgrades. He's got 2-2, and I'm at 3-1 for upgrades. Makes a huge difference on the Archons. For the biological, you can see 47 damage on biological, plus splash. Very effective. And He's cutting Viking production because he knows last time he got screwed. Now here, this is very critical here. He wants to engage me again because he's ahead, and he is. He's 30 supply ahead. That army can probably take this one. I've got a lot of Templar though. So the key to this fight is whether or not he can EMP my Templar and drop all the energy that I have. So he's got 2 ghosts cloaked in here, and he scans. He sees this. He sees my entire army. He knows he can beat me if he can get some EMPs off. So that's exactly what he does. He pulls in a couple cloaked ghosts, and he tries to come in and